Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley about to talk about, it seems like in media of late, my bestie, Morant. I have been asked, I have talked about Morant more than I think than anybody. Why? I just think it's a fascinating story. Not just because of his influence, but of his potential impact. This dude has the culture in a chokehold right now. People are just mesmerized by him, especially the young, the youth. And when I know I got the ears of the youth, oh, bruh, the reverend in me, the preacher in me is going to come out because a lot of lessons can be learned in this moment. Let's talk about Morant, who went out there and said, quote, "I don't have an alcohol problem. Never had an alcohol problem. I went there for counseling." Now, I read it in my tone, but just looking at those fragments, those phrases, it sounds like he might have came out and said it in that spirit, in that tone. You watch it for yourself. To learn how to manage stress and cope with stress in a positive way, instead of ways how I tried to deal with it before that caused me to make mistakes. Okay, let's start there. I like it. I like it because Morant is now at least trying to about face and acknowledge what he's been through, what he's done. And he's also in a position where, yeah, I've done some wrong, but that doesn't mean everything you're saying is right. And you ever been in a position where you've done something wrong? It could be with your wife, it could be with your homie, and then all of a sudden you almost feel like you got to take the avalanche of criticism because you did something wrong. I like people in that moment like, nah, let's separate the goose from the gander, the real from the fake. I didn't do all of that. I did this, not all of that. Okay, but then someone, social media, got them CVS receipts, right? That long. Somebody posted a video of Ja on a private plane earlier this month, it looked like. Man, he was taking that Casamigos to the head. Now, tequila. It wasn't a shot, it wasn't shots, it was the whole gun store. Like, it was just like, what? The gun firing range. It was, he took like that much. Now, giving you perspective, I've seen Game, y'all know Game, the rapper. I've seen Game take a whole vodka bottle to the head. Does he have an alcohol problem? I don't know. I've never heard he did, but I've seen him do that live with my own eyes, like nonstop chugging the alcohol vodka bottle. Crazy. But yeah, I've seen this. So I saw the video and I'm trying to reconcile it all. And I'm like, what we're really dancing around is what are the stressors of the job that Morant has. Because Morant is kind of leaking, telling you, yo, I've had to deal with stress, but it's met with so much resistance. Because people are like, dog, you're 23, making $200-some million, playing basketball, a child's game. What stress can you have? That's why we have this show. Let's talk about it, because we know more money, more problems. I don't necessarily believe that, Puffy, but he did say it. Let's talk about some of the stresses and problems that comes with money. Okay, the first stress of the job, once you get drafted, once you become a Morant superstar, is this. You made it. Yay! Party. Ah, yes, I knew you were going to make it, baby. And uncle like, boy, nephew, I told you. Yeah, all that. You got to go through all that. Everybody bet on you. Where the bets? Where the receipts? Nobody bet on you like you bet on yourself. But everybody going to remind you they did, right? Because they already forward thinking. They're already investing in you going forward. Make sure you kick back. I used to take you, boy, every practice that summer. You remember that? You remember that? What was that? One of those. So Morant is like, okay, I have made it. But now it feels like it's all on me. Think about it. Every single person you see, they're all banking on you. Banking on you. That is a literal expression, banking on you. Okay? So that's the pressure. Let's be real. All of a sudden you check your P&Ls every month, profits and losses, and then you're like, damn, look how many line items, people that I am taking care of. Okay, that's part of it. Y'all remember in Menace Society when the original Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, like the original Rock, remember that show he had? Sharif's daddy in there, he said, the hunt is on and you're the prey. And I remember when he said that, and I was like, damn, in some ways that could be right. And this is one of those ways. The hunt is on. because jamorant has made it. Now, who's the prey? Jamorant. Every dude he meets. Is that dude a hater? Is that dude just a fan man? Is that dude a groupie? Or is he a yes man, or can he be the homie? Every single dude he meets, trust me, my little wannabe star self felt that a few times, and I was just me, a defensive end. Every girl he meets, oh, is she a trap? What's she in this for? How much she want? What transaction she need? What setup is coming? Whether it's real or fake, that's where your mind takes you, okay? So now you have all this going on, and then your mind is going through this balancing act of you trying to stay humble, stay who you are, but the world is telling you you way bigger than that, bruh. So now introduce the ego. And the ego is going to lie to you and say, since you're great at basketball, you're better at basketball than 99.99% of the people that have ever lived and tried basketball. You're better than all of them. So since you're so great at basketball, you're great everywhere else. You're great at everything else. Ooh, that ego will lie to you. Because you think, since I'm a baller, and you're sitting there like, yeah, man, look, I ain't got no problems. I'm good. I could ball, right? And that's what he's going through in negotiation. I think the toughest thing for him, and I always harp on this, is the family dynamic. How that has shifted upside down, right? All of a sudden, you look at these situations, and I'm going to break them down real fast. Let's look at a Kobe Bryant situation with his parents and family, a Grant Hill and his parents and family, and Ja Morant, his parents and family. In short, Kobe Bryant had a little issue with the family. Why? He 18, he a superstar. They trying to tell him how to live. They coming down hard on him. Hey, don't be marrying no video vixen, take your time, etc. That was, whatever that happened, you saw the rift in their relationship. Grant Hill's parents, who continued to work. I actually worked with Calvin Hill before with the Dallas Cowboys. Continue to work, continue to do their thing. Raise Grant, do you, Grant? We don't need anything from you. You see how that turned out, right? And then there's a Ja Morant, whose father, T. Morant, is in some of these altercations with Ja Morant. Courtside beefing with opponents. Whew. You know, crazy. Mom's calling them from the finish line. Come handle this, whatever it may be. Different, right? And you can just see how those parents, whether you come down hard, you're still going to have some issues. You come down soft, you're going to have some issues. You just say, hey, do your life. I already raised you. Maybe that's the best version, Grant Hill's version, of not having any issues. All I know is Ja Morant is saying he doesn't have an alcohol problem, and we all have our vices, so maybe he doesn't. I'm going to trust him and take him for his word until he breaks that word, if he ever breaks that word, and comes out with another bad headline.